Hi guys, it's me, Alicia. I'm gonna make my first YouTube video, my questions and answer. I only have about 7 questions. I tried posting another thing on Instagram to get more, but I'm just bored. The baby's asleep, and Jay's not here to make fun of me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and I'm gonna jump right into it. Probably out of my 7 questions, this is probably my favorite. What is my favorite Starbucks drink? Well, I absolutely love the vanilla bean frap. Of course, I get the large with caramel on the bottom, caramel in the cup, and caramel on top. So, just my favorite. I really want one right now, but Starbucks is closed. What other names did we have picked out, or was he always going to be a junior? Well, I loved Trevor and Devin. Jay did not. He thought Devin was a girl name, and he just didn't like Trevor enough to call his son that. But as Jay grew up, he was always saying to his mom, I hate my name, I hate my name. You know, I don't know why. I like Jason. It's a cool name, you know, so here we are, Jason Matthew Jr. What was Jason's name if he was a girl? Well, there's a story behind that. When I was 16, 17 years old, I was going through a really hard time. I was very, very bad into drugs, if I said that right. But I was very into drugs, and, you know, if I wanted a roof over my head and clothes on my back, then I had to, my parents had to make the decision. But long story short, I lost my daughter. Because of my drug use, I didn't realize how far along I was, and that I was farther along than 20 weeks. They were able to tell me the sex of the baby, and she was a little girl. The nurse wasn't supposed to tell me, you're not supposed to, you know, do that kind of stuff, you know, but I was, 16, 17 years old. It was hard for me, and it wasn't my decision, and I regret it every day. But you can't raise a baby on the streets, you know, and so, yeah, she's my little angel watching over her little brother, you know, so, but to answer the question, my favorite name would be Rebecca. Jason's name would have been Rebecca. I wasn't trying to replace her. There's just no replacing her. She's my little girl, and always will be. But if Jason were a girl, I would have named her Rebecca Lynn, because I just love Becca as a nickname. I just do. It's just my favorite. I just love it. And Jay loved it too. You know, I don't know if it's because of what I went through, and he's just supportive, or if he actually just really likes that name. I really don't know. But Rebecca Lynn would have been Jason's name. My biggest craving during pregnancy. I really didn't have much, or many, rather. My biggest was tuna fish, onions, and orange juice. If I had tuna fish, I had to have onions, raw purple onions. If I was having tuna fish and onions, I needed orange juice. And I worked at a bagel store during my pregnancy, and it was fresh, and I loved it. Granted, I do know, I'm not dumb, I do know you're not supposed to have fish, you know, but it was okayed by my doctor to go ahead and do it. Jason was healthy, there was nothing wrong, you know, so, yeah. And diet soda. And coffee. Decaf. I wasn't in the Starbucks. It was really, really too strong for me during my pregnancy. But Dunkin' Donuts. Yes. Everything bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese. I had it every month on my doctor's visit to go see my doctor, and then every 2 weeks, and then every week. Yes. It was a ritual. I got it every morning before my doctor's appointments. So tuna fish, onions, Diet Pepsi, which was also okayed by my doctor. Decaf coffee was also okayed by my doctor. And the bagels. Nothing too weird, I guess, but yeah. How did I find out I was pregnant? Well, pregnancy test, obviously, but my mother-in-law actually sensed it. She was like, Leash, I feel like somebody's pregnant. She was like, I feel nauseous, I feel sick, and people actually tend to feel that with other females. Like if you live with them or something, like her mother knew that she was pregnant with her twin daughters. And she was like, I feel sick, I feel nauseous, Nan, are you pregnant? And all this. But come to find out, I took 4 tests, 1 came out with an error, and so I went right back out and bought another box that had 2, so I took a total of 3, and pregnant, right across the board, actually under the time limit, time whatever it is, for the test. All 3 of them came up before the time was up. And as soon as I saw them, I just went, Jay. I wasn't sad, I wasn't happy, I wasn't upset, I was just shock. That's all I was, just shock. Jason is nowhere near, not a mistake at all. He's not, at all. Do I plan on having more kids? Yes. Me and my sister are 5 years apart. She is 28 as of yesterday, and I am 23, going to be 23, June 26th. Me and my sister are 5 years apart, so her being, 18 and me being 13, yeah, there was a difference, but now being older, it was good. It was good for us. You know what I mean? And we're closer than ever. She's my best friend. I wouldn't trade her for the world. She's the best aunt, best sister, my best friend, my rock. So I feel like 5 years apart would be a good max age difference between my kids. I want only 2. I want 2. That's it. But twins do run in my family. My family as well as Jace. So, but if we have 2, if we have twins, then we have twins. I'm not going to sell one. I'll keep them. They're mine. But I would really like to. If a boy and a girl, or just 2 boys, or whatever. But 5 years apart, 2 kids. Favorite thing about being a mom. Being a mom is awesome. My mom wasn't in my life. Granted, I've had my stepmom for longer than my biological mother has been in my life. My grandmother, but there's nothing compared to being a mother yourself. I love Jason. Jason's my world. He saved my life. Every day I wake up, I'm happy to get up and see him jumping around, playing in his crib, his smiles, seeing what he learns every day. He's so smart. I'm just so grateful for him, and I can't name just one thing about being a mom. Everything's my favorite. Teething is a bitch. I hate it. It's the worst. But Jason has had 6 teeth, and his 7th tooth was the only one to affect him. But it's affecting him the worst. Granted, it's already through, but obviously he's getting more, so it's continuing. That's the one thing I hate about motherhood, but other than that, my baby needs to grow, so it's just stuff that he needs to do. And, I just know that I'm always going to be there for him, like my mother wasn't for me, so everything. I love everything about being a mommy. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do at the end of this, but that's all my questions for now. If you guys would like to know more or have any other ideas for videos, let me know. and I'll gladly make one. Rate, subscribe, I have no idea, comment, whatever, or let me know on Instagram. I'll maybe put my link below, but kind of don't want weirdos. But, alright, see you guys later. See ya.